So today we are talking about how to tailor your resume. We've talked a lot about in many of these videos the importance of maximizing your resume, making sure that you're telling meaningful stories with it, and ways to engage your reader when you know that they're spending about 6.5 seconds glancing at it. So let me tell you about one of the best kept secrets when it comes to resume writing that most people don't tell you about, but is really impactful. And that's the concept of a master resume. So a master resume is not something you would send out to another human. It's an internal document that can be 10, 20 pages long as you want it to be, where you have brainstormed and written down every single thing you've done. Clubs and orgs in high school, volunteering, all of it. And you brainstorm as many bullets as you can. You look at the transferable skills information, you look at the action verbs list, and you're generating as many bullets as you can. What this helps you do is you now have a canvas that you can easily copy and paste from to craft really hyper-tailored resumes for particular jobs that don't take a lot of time. So the process of you developing your resume and tailoring it to a job will look something like this. You take a look at the job description first. So here's a job description for an internship that's available right now on Handshake. So you look at it, you're getting a sense of what they're looking for, and you're going to specifically look in your own experiences at what kind of content creation you've done, editing, communication. That's really what you're looking for. You continue looking at the job description and you'll generally see some kind of box like this where they're talking about the transferable skills they're looking for. So you see what they expect you to do in the job, and you'll also generally see, hey, here's what we're looking for. I typically don't pay a lot of attention to the requirements for majors because so much of this is transferable from other industries, and I pay more attention to the transferable skills and really asking myself, do I think I can do this job? And if I think I can, then I'll apply, right? And tailor my materials accordingly. So after you review this, what you can do is have the job description on one side of your screen and have your master resume on the other. And all you're doing is looking at the job description and pulling the relevant bullets that are related to it. What you'll emerge with is a super tailored resume of all the most relevant information that not only helps you build your resume, but is also priming you for the interview process because you've really thought in depth about your experiences and you've tailored your materials so that they're hyper-focused, hyper-specific to that job. It makes it much more likely that you will have your resume actually read by a human. So a lot of these larger companies use applicant tracking systems that scan for key terms, and you have to have a certain number of key terms before it actually gets moved to a recruiter, moved to a person to review your resume. This process is helping you do just that. In this case, were I applying to this, I would create a content creation experience or web development experience section, just depending on how I wanted to word it. I'd pull all of the experiences from clubs, organizations, courses, anything that's relevant under that to help my case. So again, check out that chronological versus functional resume video if you want to learn kind of more about why we do those things. And then I would be using those keywords in the job description, not only to help me figure out what goes on there, but incorporating and embedding those key terms in my bullets. So this might take a little bit of editing, but I promise it is not nearly as much as writing a resume from scratch. So these basic tips are going to help you develop a specific focused resume. They'll help you prepare your materials, make it really easy as you apply to those jobs that you really want, and be more prepared for the actual interview when hopefully you get it. So if you want more advice or guidance in tailoring your materials, bring copies of your materials in the job description to your ULN coordinator or a career coach, and you can get fast feedback that will help really make sure your materials are as strong as possible.